is the Vermont singer who's no stranger to success in Australia. In 2018, Noah Kahan's song Hurt Somebody was the most played song on our country's radio, and his 2023 album Stick Season landed his highest ever ARIA album chart at number 13. Now Noah is kicking off the new year down under for his We'll All Be Here Forever tour, and he's received his first ever Grammy nomination, and I got to catch up with him before he hit the stage in Melbourne.
Dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Hold me close and I won't leave, 'cause it hurts when you hurt somebody.
Noah Kahan, welcome to Australia, mate.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I actually lived in Sydney for 2 months when I was in 8th grade, so it's good to be back. It feels like a second home.
Absolutely. That means you're pretty much a resident. Do you hear the Australian accent coming back at you and feel like you're a little bit home?
Yeah, I've been having some anxiety about saying Melbourne. I was called it Melbourne earlier and got some glares, so I'm just trying to assimilate back into the culture a little bit.
Well, that's it. You know better, you know? I think they were right to chastise you on that.
Forgive my northern attitude, oh, I was raised on little light.
Are you exhausted because you've just done the show last night by yourself because your band couldn't get here on time? How was it?
It was great. You know, I wish my band cared enough to be there, but I had a blast by myself, and I'm starting to really like the solo acoustic thing, so they might be in trouble. But no, not really. They had a terrible travel day, and I was really excited to perform solo, but really nervous, and the crowd was just so inviting and kind and understanding and patient. And you know, I started my career playing by myself, and so it kind of felt like going back to my roots a little bit, and it was a really special experience for me, and I hope the crowd had a nice night as well.
You've worked with some of the biggest names in the industry. I mean, I've got a whole list here. Zach Bryan, Hosier, Casey Musgraves, Post Malone. How does it keep getting bigger than that? I mean, do you have a list of people that you go through where you're like, you know what, I'd like to work with them at some stage, and then it just keeps coming true?
Yeah, it's been pretty much like, who are my dream artists, and we just reach out and ask, and people are so excited to do it. I just try to find the artists that I love. You know, it's not about who's the biggest or who's the most successful. It's just people that inspire me, and all these artists inspire me so much, and the chance to work with them has been, you know, the privilege of my career.
Did you play beer pong with Post Malone?
No, but I got to watch, and it was really cool, and he was like really good and dialed in, and I actually was like getting nervous and was gonna have some performance anxiety, so I'm glad that we ran out of time. But he was an awesome guy to hang out with. He's exactly like you'd imagine him to be, and that's always the best thing when you love somebody's music and love who they seem to be, and you meet them and they really are that person. It's a really gratifying experience, and got to perform together, and he's just an inspiration to me and so many other artists, so it was a really cool time hanging out with him.
Vermont, but it's the season of the sticks, and I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed.
Preparing for SNL was pretty much just sitting nervously and trying not to have a panic attack right before I went on. My family was there, which was really helpful, and they kind of bring me back down to earth, and so it was nice to see them there before I went on. But just understanding that it's a once-in-a-lifetime moment, and trying to seize the moment instead of letting the moment seize you. And I struggle with imposter syndrome and feeling like unworthy of the opportunity, and so sometimes I have to really focus on, you know, believing in myself and believing that I've earned the opportunity. And it took a lot of meditation and kind of positive self-talk, which is not something that I'm very familiar with.
Oh, you are such a sweetheart. You're humble as well. I just love it. Hey, thank you so much for speaking with us, and enjoy the rest of the tour.
It was a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, what a sweetheart, hey? Noah will be performing in Sydney tomorrow and Wednesday before heading on to Perth. I just love his voice.
Great music.
Yeah, excellent voice. Thank you.
Looks like he's got a tame German Shepherd too. They're unusual.
Like yours.
Exactly.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.